There is a role in every family, every system, and every generation that is assigned not by choice, but by destiny. It is the most painful role, the most lonely role, and yet the most powerful role. It is the role of the black sheep. If you are watching this channel, you already know who you are. You are the one who never quite fit in at the dinner table. You are the one who asked the questions that made everyone uncomfortable. You are the one who saw the dysfunction when everyone else was pretending everything was perfect. You are the one who was labeled too sensitive, too difficult, too intense, or the problem child. For years, you have carried this label as a burden. You have walked through life feeling like a defect. You have looked at your siblings, your cousins, or your peers and wondered, why can't I just be like them? Why can't I just be happy with the script? You have tried to twist yourself into a pretzel to fit into their box. You have muted your voice, dimmed your light, and apologized for your existence, hoping that if you just shrank enough, they would finally accept you. But they didn't, and they never will. Because you were not born to fit in. You were born to break out. The black sheep is not a mistake. The black sheep is a biological and spiritual necessity. In every stagnant system, whether it is a family, a company, or a culture, entropy sets in. The system becomes toxic. It repeats the same traumas, the same lies, and the same failures generation after generation. It becomes a closed loop of dysfunction. If left alone, the system will rot. It will destroy itself. So nature introduces a correction code. Nature introduces a mutation. A child is born who does not have the blindness gene. A child is born who can see the truth. A child is born who refuses to carry the generational trauma. That child is you. You were not rejected because you were broken. You were rejected because you were the cure. And the virus always attacks the cure. Your isolation is not a punishment. It is a quarantine. It is designed to keep you safe from the infection of your lineage so that you can build something new. Today, we are going to rewrite the mythology of the black sheep. We are going to stop viewing it as a curse and start viewing it as a hero's journey. We are going to explore the psychology of the identified patient, the spiritual burden of the cycle breaker, and the strategic path to freedom. You are about to discover that the very things you were shamed for, your sensitivity, your rebellion, your vision, are actually your superpowers. You are the one they were waiting for, even if they hate you for it. If you are ready to stop apologizing for who you are and start leading the new lineage, then you are in the right place. Subscribe to the channel right now. Join the tribe of the outliers. Let's break the curse together. The myth of the happy family. To understand the black sheep, we must first understand the environment that creates it, the dysfunctional family system. Most families operate on a shared delusion. They have a set of unwritten rules, secrets, and lies that hold the group together. We don't talk about dad's drinking. We pretend mom isn't a narcissist. We act like we are richer than we are. We value appearance over reality. This shared delusion is the glue. As long as everyone plays their part, as long as everyone recites their lines, the family feels safe. It feels stable. But it is a fake stability. It is built on suppression. Suppressed emotions do not vanish. They fester. They turn into anxiety, depression, addiction, and passive aggression. Into this environment, the black sheep is born. For some reason, maybe it's your temperament, maybe it's your soul, maybe it's random chance, you did not get the memo. You didn't get the script. You see the elephant in the room, and unlike the others, you point at it. You say, "Why is Dad drunk?" You say, "That wasn't nice." You say, "I don't want to hug Uncle Bob." This terrifies the system. The system is fragile. It relies on blindness. By seeing the truth, you threaten to shatter the delusion. If they admit you are right, they have to face their own pain. They have to face the years of lies. That is too terrifying for them. So, they have two choices. Change the system, which is hard. Attack the truth teller, which is easy. They choose option 2. They have to discredit you. They have to make you the problem so they don't have to look at the real problem. This is called scapegoating. They project all the family's shadow, shame, and dysfunction onto you. You're the crazy one. You're the ungrateful one. You always start drama. By labeling you as the problem, they get to feel like the good ones. They bond over their shared rejection of you. You become the vessel for their toxic waste. This is why you feel so heavy. You are carrying the psychological trash of an entire lineage. You are carrying your mother's insecurity, your father's rage, and your grandmother's trauma. They dumped it on you because you were the strongest one. You were the only one who could handle it without dying. In family patience, for this, the identified patient. The family comes into therapy and says, "Fix him, he's the problem. If he would just act right, we would be a happy family." The therapist knows immediately that this is a lie. The therapist knows that the identified patient is actually the healthiest person in the room. Why? Because the identified patient is reacting to the sickness. If you put a healthy canary in a toxic coal mine, the canary gets sick. The sickness is not proof that the canary is defective. It is proof that the air is poisonous. Your depression, your anxiety, your rebellion, these were not disorders. They were immune responses. You were reacting to a lack of love. You were reacting to gaslighting. You were reacting to emotional neglect. Your symptoms were your body's way of screaming, "This is not normal." The other family members, the golden children, the enablers, they adapted to the poison. They learned to breathe it. They became numb. They lost their connection to their true selves in order to survive. You refused to numb out. You refused to sever the connection to your soul. And because you stayed connected to the truth, you suffered. But that suffering preserved your humanity. The fact that you are watching this video, seeking answers, trying to heal, proves that you won. They are still in the cave, staring at the shadows. You walked out into the sun. The light burned your eyes, yes, but at least you can see. The cycle breaker's burden. We must elevate this conversation from the psychological to the spiritual. You are a cycle breaker. Generational trauma is a relay race. The grandfather passes the baton of abuse to the father. The father passes it to the son. The son passes it to the grandson. It goes on for centuries. The baton is heavy. It is soaked in tears and blood. And then it gets passed to you. You grab the baton. You feel the weight of it. You see the pain it caused. And you stop running. You look at the baton and you throw it on the ground. You say, "It ends with me. I am not running this race anymore. I am not passing this poison to my children. I am not passing it to the world." This is a heroic act. It is the spiritual equivalent of jumping on a grenade to save your squad. But when you stop running, the people behind you, your ancestors, and the people ahead of you, your family, get angry. Why did you drop the baton? Who do you think you are? You're betraying tradition. They confuse trauma with tradition. They think that because we've always done it this way, it is the right way. You are the evolutionary mutation that says, no, there is a better way. But breaking the cycle requires a massive amount of energy. It requires you to feel the pain that they suppressed. They drank to avoid the pain. You have to stay sober and feel it. They projected the pain. You have to process it. This is why your life feels harder than theirs. They were floating downstream with the current of dysfunction. You are swimming upstream against the current of history. Of course you are tired. Of course you are exhausted. You are doing the work of 7 generations. But realize this. Because you are doing the work, you get the reward. You get to live a life of authenticity. You get to experience real love, not transactional attachment. You get to know who you really are. They will die never knowing themselves. They will die as masks. You will die as a human being. The 3 stages of the black sheep. The journey of the black sheep usually follows 3 distinct stages. Understanding where you are in this journey is critical for your sanity. Stage 1, the victim, the wilderness. This is where you are confused. You are hurt. You are begging for acceptance. You think there is something wrong with you. You try to explain yourself to them. You write long letters. You have screaming matches. You are constantly triggered. You feel alone in the wilderness. You have been cast out of the tribe, and you are terrified of the wolves. This stage is characterized by, why me? Why can't they love me? Why am I so different? Stage 2, the villain, the rebellion. This is where you get angry. You realize the game is rigged. You stop trying to please them. You start pushing back. You embrace the label of the bad guy. Fine, if you think I'm difficult, I'll be difficult. You set hard boundaries. You might go no contact. You start to heal, but your healing is fueled by rage. You judge them. You look down on them. They are sheep. I am a wolf. This stage is necessary for separation, but it is toxic if you stay here too long. Rage is a fuel, but it burns dirty. It will eventually corrode your own engine. Stage 3, the sovereign, the alchemist. This is the goal. This is where you transcend the family dynamic entirely. You no longer need their acceptance, but you also no longer need to judge them. You see them with compassion. You see them as damaged children in adult bodies. You realize they couldn't love you because they don't love themselves. It wasn't personal. It was capacity. They didn't have the capacity. You forgive them, not for them, but for you, to cut the energetic cord. You build your own chosen family. You use your trauma as fuel for your purpose. You turn the lead of your childhood into the gold of your destiny. You are no longer the black sheep. You are the goat, greatest of all time, of your lineage. You are the patriarch or matriarch of a new bloodline. The cost of awakening. We must be honest about the cost. Choosing the path of the sovereign is expensive. The currency you pay with is belonging. Humans have a primal need to belong. We are tribal animals. Being cast out of the tribe triggers our deepest survival fears. When you accept your role as the black sheep, you accept a degree of orphanhood. You become a spiritual orphan. You cannot go home again. Even if you visit the physical house, the emotional home is gone. It never really existed. You will have moments of profound loneliness. You will see other families posting happy photos, even if they are fake, and you will feel a pang of jealousy. I wish I had that safety. You have to mourn the family you never had. You have to grieve the parents you deserved, but didn't get. This grief is a necessary fire. Let it burn. Cry the tears. Scream into the pillow. But do not let the grief turn into regression. Do not go back to the burning house just because you are cold. Build your own fire. The cost is high, but the payoff is infinite. The payoff is you. You get to keep your soul. And eventually, you will find your true tribe, the tribe of other cycle breakers. When you meet them, the recognition is instant. Ah, you are a black sheep too. The bond you form with them will be stronger than blood. Blood is biology. Spirit is choice. The family you choose is always more powerful than the family you inherit. Tactical protocols: how to survive and thrive. So, how do you navigate this practically? How do you deal with the guilt, the manipulation, and the loneliness? Here are the protocols for the strategic black sheep. Protocol 1. Drop the rope. Imagine you are in a tug-of-war with your family. You are pulling for respect. They are pulling for compliance. You are exhausted. Your hands are bleeding. You think the only way to win is to pull harder, to explain better, to fight back. The only way to win is to drop the rope. Stop trying to convince them. Stop trying to make them see your point of view. They are committed to not seeing it. When you drop the rope, they fall down. You are still standing. Walk away. Stop jading. Justify, argue, defend, explain. I'm not coming for Christmas. Why? You're so selfish. I understand you feel that way. I'm not coming. Drop the rope. Protocol 2. The information diet. Stop giving them ammunition. If your family is toxic, they will use your vulnerability against you. If you tell them about your new business, they will tell you it will fail. If you tell them about your relationship problems, they will gossip about it. Put them on a strict information diet. Talk about the weather. Talk about sports. Talk about the traffic. Keep your dreams, your fears, and your moves in the black box. They lost the privilege of knowing the real you. They only get access to the PR version of you. Protocol 3. The gray rock method. When you have to interact with them, become a gray rock. Be boring. Be unreactive. Toxic people feed on drama. They want a reaction. If they insult you, give them a bland response. Interesting. If they try to guilt trip you, give them logic. I see. Become so uninteresting that they lose interest in playing with you. They will go find another toy to break. Protocol 4. Reparenting. You didn't get the parenting you needed, so you must do it yourself. You must become the father and mother you never had. The internal father protects you. He sets boundaries. He says, I will not let anyone treat us this way. The internal mother nurtures you. She validates your feelings. She says, it's okay to be sad. I love you. Treat yourself with the kindness they denied you. Buy yourself the gifts. Cook yourself the meals. Speak to yourself with the gentle voice. You are the project now. Protocol 5. The success revenge. The best revenge is massive success. Not to rub it in their faces, that keeps you attached, but to prove to yourself that their projections were wrong. They said you were lazy? Work harder than anyone. They said you were crazy? Become the most stable, grounded person you know. They said you would fail? Build an empire. Your success serves as a mirror. It forces them to see that the problem wasn't you. It was their inability to cultivate your potential. And even if they never admit it, you will know. And that knowledge is freedom. Liabilities of the leader. In ancient times, the shamans, the healers, and the leaders were often the ones who spent time alone in the wilderness. They were the ones who didn't fit into the village. The village needs the outlier. The village is blind. The outlier has sight. You were sent to this family not to be one of them, but to lead them, or to lead yourself away from them to start something new. You are the disruption. You are the glitch in the matrix that wakes everyone else up. Do not curse your role. Honor it. It is a sacred duty. Imagine your family line as a long, dark tunnel. For generations, your ancestors have been walking in the dark, bumping into walls, hurting each other. Then you are born, and you strike a match. The light reveals the mess. It reveals the dirt. It reveals the ugliness. They scream, "Turn off the light. It hurts our eyes." But you hold the match. And because of you, the next generation, your children, your students, your tribe, will not have to walk in the dark. You took the darkness so they could have the light. That is not a tragedy. That is a glory. The vow. I want you to make a vow to yourself today. A vow to stop trying to be a white sheep. A vow to stop trying to bleach your wool. Embrace the black. Embrace the difference. Embrace the solitude. Stand tall in your identity. You are not the rejected one. You are the selected one. You were chosen for the hard path because you were the only one with the legs to walk it. Walk it with your head high. And I want to ask you a question in the comments, one that will help you connect with your tribe here. What is the one truth you spoke to your family that got you labeled as the black sheep? Was it about money? Religion? Abuse? Share your story. Let's witness each other. Welcome to the void. Welcome to strategic solitude.